Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the second chapter in history, which is from trade to territory. In the last class, we have already seen about the Battle of Plassey. As a result of denial of trading rights on 23rd June 1757, Battle of Plassey was fought, and it was the first major victory of English in India. Alivardi Khan died in 1756 and Sirajudullah became the Nawab of Bengal. In 1757, Robert Clive led the company's army against Sirajudullah at Plassey. Main reason for defeat of the Nawab was that the forces led by Mir Jafar, one of Sirajuddaullah's commanders, betrayed Sirajudullah and never fought the battle. Mir Jafar was promised by Clive to be made Nawab after crushing Sirajudullah. Then, as per the deal, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal after the defeat and death of Sirajudullah, but he was the nominal head of Bengal. Here, nominal means minor head of Bengal, and actual power remained in the hands of British. Next, we have the Battle of Buxar. After the defeat at Plassey, Sirajudullah was assassinated. Assassinated means killed or murdered, and Mir Jafar was made the Nawab. Mir Jafar was just a puppet in the hands of Britishers. In 1764, the Battle of Buxar was fought between Britishers and Mir Qasim. In 1765, Mir Jafar died. In 1765, the Mughal emperor appointed the company as the Diwan of the provinces of Bengal. Synopsis of the lesson. In this session, we are going to see the following topics. The first one is company officials become Nababs, expansion of company rule. Then thirdly, Tipu Sultan, the Tiger of Mysore. Finally, we have war with the Marathas. Now, we are going to see the first topic, that is company officials became Nababs. After the Battle of Plassey, the actual Nawabs of Bengal were forced to give land and vast sums of money as personal gifts to company officials. Here, vast means huge or massive. So, the actual Nawabs of Bengal were forced to give land and huge sums of money as personal gifts to company officials. Next, we are going to learn about Robert Clive. Here we can see the picture of Robert Clive. Robert Clive had come to Madras, now Chennai, from England in 1743 at the age of 18. In 1767, when he left India, his Indian fortune, here fortune means wealth, was worth 401,102 pounds. He was appointed Governor of Bengal in 1764. Here he refers to Robert Clive. So Robert Clive was appointed Governor of Bengal in 1764 to remove corruption in company administration. In 1772, he was himself cross-examined by the British Parliament, which was suspicious. Suspicious means doubtful of his vast wealth. Here vast means huge wealth. In 1774, he was acquitted Acquitted means free from the charge of an offence. Then he committed suicide. Those Britishers who amassed means collect or gather wealth in India and moved back to Britain to lead good life were known as Nabobs, an anglicized version of the Indian word Nabab. Next, we are going to learn about expansion of company rule. So what is mean by expansion? Expansion means the action of becoming larger, the process of annexation, which means takeover or invasion of Indian states by the East India Company from 1757 to 1857, brought forth some key aspects like the company rarely launched a direct military attack on as unknown territory. After Battle of Buxar, the company appointed residents in Indian states, political agents to serve company's interest. Sometimes the company forced the states into a subsidiary alliance. According to the terms of this alliance, Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed forces. They were to be protected by the company but had to pay for the subsidiary forces that the company was supposed to maintain for the purpose of this protection. If the Indian rulers failed to make the payment, then part of their territory was taken away as penalty. So here territory means land or ground. If the Indian rulers failed to make the payment, then part of their land or ground was taken away as penalty. For example, when Richard Wellesley was Governor General from 1798 to 1805, the Nawab of Awadh was forced to give over half of his territory to the company in 1801 as he failed to pay for the subsidiary forces. Hyderabad was also forced to cede. Cede means surrender territories on similar grounds. Next, we are going to learn about Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Here we can see the pictures of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan, the tiger of Mysore. Mysore had grown in strength under the leadership of powerful rulers like Hyder Ali. He ruled from 1761 to 1782, and his famous son Tipu Sultan, he ruled from 1782 to 1799. Mysore controlled the profitable trade of the Malabar coast. In 1785, Tipu Sultan stopped the export of sandalwood, pepper and cardamom. Tipu Sultan established a relation with French and modernized his army. So the British were furious. They saw Hyder and Tipu as ambitious, arrogant and dangerous rulers who had to be controlled and crushed. 4 wars were fought with Mysore. So the years are 1767 to 69, 1780 to 84, 1790 to 92 and 1799. In last war, Battle of Seringapatnam, combined attack of Marathas, Nizam of Hyderabad and company. The company ultimately win a victory. Tipu Sultan was killed defending his capital, Seringapatnam. Tipu was forced to sign a treaty. Treaty means agreement with the British, by which 2 of his sons were taken as hostages. Hostages means prisoners. Tipu's toy tiger kept in Victoria and Albert Museum in London. The British took it away when Tipu Sultan died defending his capital Seringapatnam on 4th May 1799. Here we can see the picture of Tipu's toy tiger. Next, we are going to learn about war with the Marathas. From the late 18th century, the company also sought to curb and eventually destroy Maratha power. Here, sought means wanted, curb means hold back. So, from the late 18th century, the company also wanted to curb means hold back and eventually destroy Maratha power. With their defeat in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761, the Marathas' dream of ruling from Delhi was shattered. Here we can see the picture of Third Battle of Panipat. They were divided into many states under different chiefs, which means Sardars, belonging to dynasties such as Scindia, Holkar, Gaikwad and Bhonsle. These chiefs were held together in a confederacy, which means alliance or association, under a Peshwa. Peshwa means principal minister, who became its effective military and administrative head based in Pune. Mahaji Scindia and Nana Bhatnis were two famous Maratha soldiers and statesmen of the late 18th century. The Marathas were subdued. Here subdued means submissive or quiet in a series of wars. In the first war that ended in 1782 with the Treaty of Salbai, there was no clear victor. Here we can see the picture of war. The Second Anglo-Maratha War 1803 to 1805 was fought on different fronts, resulting in the British gaining Orissa and the territories north of the Yamuna River, including Agra and Delhi. Here we can see the picture of Second Anglo-Maratha War. Finally, the Third Anglo-Maratha War of 1817 to 19 crushed Maratha power. Here we can see the picture of Third Anglo-Maratha War. Then the Peshwa was removed and sent away to Bithur near Kanpur with a pension. The company now had complete control over the territories south of the Vindhyas. I have enclosed the classwork instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.